Hey there, welcome back to my channel, Melissa here. Today I have my layout, share and colour kit for my January hip kit. I am a bit behind, but I've had a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of scrappy time, but I've been feeling creative. I think it's because we're locked down and when I just need an escape, I just want to create. So yeah, I'll start with what I've got left and then I'll show you the layouts. So I'll start with the paper as always. I have all of these scraps, definitely keeping these black and white pieces, but anything really small will go into the recycling and the larger pieces will go into my scrap bag. And then I have this piece which I didn't use much of. So it featured the Pinkfresh Studio My Favourite Story collection, but this is from Super Cool, which is also Pinkfresh. And I guess I should explain, as always, that I get the main kit, the embellishment kit, and the paper add-on kit. So I sometimes use all the paper or cut into all the paper, other times I don't. In this instance, I didn't, and I didn't feel like, when you see the embellishments, you'll know why I didn't feel like I had to keep going with this kit. And then this piece of Pink Paisley Lucky Us. So that is the paper. As far as the embellishments go, so we had the ephemera from My Favourite Story. I've used most of it. Still a few pieces left. I think I've done a pretty good job at killing that. I used all of the heart and enamel dots from Pink Paisley Lucky Us collection. I think this is also Pink Paisley Lucky Us. It's the enamel or puffy hearts. I've still got quite a lot left. I've used all of the X's and O's though, except for those ones. I'm really sorry about this glare too. It's because I've got my light on. And then these were a whole lot of circle, kind of like flare, chipboard flare. There was a lot on there. I've only got 3 left. The frames I've used all, and there was a few other things on here too, but I've used all of them except this one and then the Celebrate Today. The bows, I'm really impressed with myself because I pretty much used them all up. I can't make another one with that because the pieces don't go together. And then the alpha stickers, I've got these ones from My Favourite Story, these ones from Super Cool, and then also these from My Favourite Story. And I've still got, I've probably used half, and I will definitely use them. So sometimes the reason I don't use all of these is because the titles don't go, or I want to use the stickers or whatever, the stickers that come in the kit. Okay, so now for the layouts. Let's just move that back a bit. I made 11 layouts, and this one I struggle with frames. You probably know that if you follow me. I added from the Vicky Boughton mixed media pad. It has the work done on the background, which is the blue and the gold, and I was running low on paper, so I used this one. And I thought it went really well. And this is Azaria on a bike ride. And I just used as many frames as I could backed with pattern paper and then a few other elements. So that's that one. This one I'm so happy with. I'm so proud of it. This was a free cut file from Pinkfresh, and it got featured on their Instagram, and then I entered it into the challenge for March, which was to use frames, and it was one of the top 3, so I was really happy with that. I did lots of fussy cutting, and then purposely didn't put my photo in the frame because I couldn't make it work, so I just put it on the angle and tucked it under the star. And that's got lots of My Favourite Story on that one. This one, Azaria made the background inspired by Annette, who is on the design team for Hip Kit. So she used watercolour and a straw, and then you'll see that Ava got a pen and kind of had a go at destroying it, but there's nothing I can do about it. It can just go into her album like this. It is what it is. I'm not going to stress over it. She's a 3-year-old and she can be quite naughty. Anyway, I discovered it after she did it. And so that's a photo from 2017 of Azaria, and I curled her hair for a school fundraiser. And I use these butterflies, which you'll see in the layout. This one, actually. So Brielle loves the butterflies. She wants them all for her. This is just her asleep with her blanket. And I did the watercolour on the background and then I matched the butterflies to the background pattern paper, which is the same paper, so I wanted to have it sort of, if you look at it, it would read as one, if that makes sense. So that is that one. This is Ava, looking very, very cute. It's like her official kindergarten starting photo that I took. I loved doing this one. I loved colour blocking with my embellishment. I cut this paper apart, distressed it, and then sewed it back together so that you could see the Love You paper from Pink Paisley in between the where I've cut it. And then this, of course, was perfect for my journaling because it's a grid. And so I also use these stamps from Close to My Heart that I purchased. This one is one of the exclusive cut files from HipKit, and I used that rainbow paper, and if you can see, I've added a shimmer brush. I should show you, actually, from Close to My Heart. It's really, really fun. I keep forgetting to use it. I need to use it more. And I purposefully did like the grey and white and did the colour in colour. So that says, "You add colour to my life," and it's a really funny photo of the kids. That Sam can't stand this photo, but I've scrapped it anyway. This one is for Sam, and that's using the super cool pattern paper for the whole background. I just love this paper. I love the words, and I loved listening to, I think Leah Lawson was talking about how they, when they made this paper, they wanted to have words that were suitable for teenagers, and so I thought it would be perfect for a page about Sam. This was a sketch, a HipKit sketch that I played along with, and it's a photo Sean took of him helping Brielle across the river. And so I used some white acrylic paint to kind of tone down the background, and then just built my embellishment area, photo area, and then I called it Adored Big Brother, and I fussy cut out a row of those hearts. Oops. This one is the first one I made. It's for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and it's Brielle's sort of official first page for 2020 for her album. Just called it Hello New Year, and just a photo that Sean took of her. And I used this beautiful floral heart, and rather than back it, I've used floral die cuts and embellished around it, and I do like the look of a white cut file on pattern paper and just left quite simple. So there's a process video for that one. There's also a process video for this one. This I used I think it was called Floral Grid for the floral releases that Virginia had, and it's Ava's first day at kindy, and I just had a lot of fun backing that and embellishing each of the grid spaces. So that's that one. This one is also for Confessions of a Paper Addict. It's my most recent layout. I was documenting COVID-19 and how we're stuck at home, and I thought this home is where the heart is was perfect. I kind of copied Virginia because she'd backed a cut file with some vellum, I think, and so I kind of copied her on that. And I used a Dear Lizzie polka dot party background paper because I was running out of paper and nothing that was left was really suiting this, and I just love the wood grain. I did some splatters and things on the background. And then this layout I've just finished today. I think everybody, not everybody, but so many people have used this beautiful cut file. It's Confessions of a Paper Addict. I also brought in another piece of that Vicky Bouton mixed media pre-made paper. I thought it went so perfectly with this. This is sadly Ava's first birthday. She got really sick. She has a kidney condition, had to go to the hospital. They had to put an in-out catheter into her. It was horrible. And but I still managed to capture this really sweet photo of Sean holding her down actually. And I called it Not a Happy First Birthday, because even though there are unhappy moments in life, I still think it's important to document them. And so I quite like that we have the cloud and the rain, but also a rainbow. Because it's happy because it's her birthday, but not happy because she had to have that done. And yeah, I put my journaling here. And Azaria helped because I didn't know where to place the bow, and she said put it on the angle up there. So I thought that's pretty cool. Cut the word brave out of that pink fresh paper, and yeah, it was fun actually to use that happy. In the die cut ephemera pieces it was happy-go-lucky, but I just used the happy on its own. So, oh yeah, also fussy cut that out of one of the super cool papers. So that's that one. So yeah, that's everything I made. I didn't make any Traveller's Notebook spreads again this month. I think because I am doing my COVID-19 documentation in a traveller's notebook, and I just feel like scrapping 12 by 12. So yeah, I'm really happy with this, and I'm really excited to get into the February kit. So yeah, thanks for watching. I love watching layout shares too, and I hope you guys do. So yeah, happy scrappy time.